What's up YouTube? How are you doing this week? I cannot wait to get into this topic, which is don't use GoHighLevel to build a software as a service business. Do this instead. And this is something that people come to me all the time with and say, Lee, I'm gonna use GoHighLevel as my no-code platform to build systems for local businesses to do this automation work with, and we're going to help get them leads and grow their businesses. And I have one message and one message only for people who are about to launch a GoHighLevel SaaS business, and I use these quotes on purpose. We're going to get into that later as well, because I don't think this is a true SaaS business. Okay, so stop. If you are thinking about doing this, there is a better way. There is a better thing for you to be focusing on, and I want to present that to you this week. And the reason there is something that is better for you to focus on is that GoHighLevel will have you building someone else's wealth, not your own. Okay? If you are building a business on the GoHighLevel platform, you are building someone else's wealth and not your own. Because it removes the key benefits of being a founder of a business. Being a founder of a business is incredibly risky. Incredibly risky. It is hard work. It will have you crying at night at some points in this journey of entrepreneurship. And if you build everything on GoHighLevel, you are building no enterprise value. You are building no unique IP that is yours to own. And we're going to get into this, the fact that, really the benefit of entrepreneurship, the benefit of being a founder is building this enterprise value that you own, that you can sell at large multiples later, okay? So in this video, I'm gonna teach you a couple of things. I'm gonna tell you why using GoHighLevel to build a SaaS, software as a service, is a terrible idea. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the hidden risks that GoHighLevel presents. I'm going to tell you how to actually build a SaaS that will make you independently wealthy. What are you actually aiming for in this game of entrepreneurship? And I'm going to tell you about the giant opportunity that the no-code revolution is presenting to you in 2024. Does it sound good? I hope you're excited for this as I am. Okay, so why listen to me? We help people launch SaaS businesses week in, week out here at the Minimal Viable Launch. I have worked in some of the largest SaaS companies in the world building and launching SaaS products. I've scaled those same products to over £2 million in annual recurring revenue. I have my own SaaS startup. I know how to get these things off the ground, and I know the fun game that you could be playing that is way more valuable and has a much bigger opportunity for you than GoHighLevel presents. And I am the author of the best-selling book, The Minimal Viable Launch, which tells you all about how to launch a SaaS product. If I am going to convince you not to use GoHighLevel, but instead to build your own software as a service, be the master of your own destiny, I need to tell you these 5 things. I need to tell you about the illusion of building a SaaS with GoHighLevel. I need to tell you about the risks and limitations of the GoHighLevel platform and what that actually means for your business. I need to tell you about how you get to true ownership, how you start building this enterprise value, this unique IP that is yours and yours alone. Tell you a little bit about the no-code revolution, what's going on there and what that means for you, and how, if you choose this to be your path, how you should focus on progress and not products. And this is really what's going to make you very wealthy indeed. Okay, so let's dive in. The illusion of building a SaaS. This is the key message. People say, I'm going to be building a SaaS business with GoHighLevel, a software as a service business with GoHighLevel. But that's not what you're building. What you're building with GoHighLevel, when you are creating your own bundles and templates and putting those inside those local businesses that you're going to be helping with automation, you are building a service agency that does software automation as a service. It is not the same thing as what we're talking about when we talk about software as a service, which is recurring revenue at above 95% profit margin, where someone can put their credit card details in, money flows to you and value flows to them because you've solved a painful problem for them. GoHighLevel businesses will always have a ton of manual work to onboard the client, customize everything that you're doing for that client, plug that system in, for them. So that's what you're doing. You're selling the service of creating automation for those businesses. You're not selling a ready-to-go product that is a software as a service that you own the IP of, okay? The reason this is so risky is that there is no moat with a GoHighLevel business. It is not a defensible business. So if you ever try and raise money for a SaaS startup, one of the things that the investors, the VCs, will hammer into you is, how is your product defensible? If we give you this money, how can we be sure that no one else can come along and, like that, copy your business idea and remove all of the value out of your business and outcompete you because they have deeper pockets that allow them to outspend you, outgrow you, outpace you, okay? There is no moat with a GoHighLevel business, because if you are able to make those automations as a SaaS in GoHighLevel, so is any number of 1,000 other agencies who have all been sold this dream, who are going to come along, build the exact same automations because they have the exact same access to the exact same tools and the exact same processes that you do with the GoHighLevel business, okay? And so there is no moat. It is not defensible. You're not building any competitive advantage that isn't easy to copy. I could come along and do it. Once you've made it, I can see the automations you've done. You've saved me all the thinking time. I can put that together and I can charge less for it because it's taking me less time to do it. And look, here is the key thing. You get rich in the game of entrepreneurship. You get rich from what you own, not from what you earn, okay? And in the world of a GoHighLevel SaaS business, you earn from affiliate fees, from selling the GoHighLevel license to other people. We'll leave that and maybe touch on that in another video. But you primarily earn your money by doing automation customization work for those local businesses. You don't own the platform. You don't own the IP of the platform. You don't own the enterprise value of the platform. GoHighLevel owns all of that. And by you being in there and selling it to the customer, doing the branding and marketing work for them, selling the solution, getting people into the GoHighLevel ecosystem, you are actually in fact building the value of what they own and not what you own, because you don't own anything. You only earn from the automation work that you are able to sell, okay? And you need to be building intellectual property, IP, in your business, in this wrapper that you've made, right? A business is just fundamentally a legal wrapper for intellectual property that you own. And it's businesses, business systems, business processes, it's code, content, it's the things that you create that the business legally owns in its entirety. That's what gives it value. And if you're not building IP, you're not really building value. You could be building revenue generation. You can earn money through this. But again, you become rich from what you own, not from what you earn. The smartest entrepreneurs know this. And look, the way I can prove this to you is, what is a GoHighLevel software as a service business really worth? Who has had the biggest exit in the GoHighLevel SaaS space? I've been doing some research on this. I can't find any news articles of founders of entrepreneurs who have set up a GoHighLevel automation business that has had a 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure exit from the SaaS that they've built. But I can find hundreds of stories who have built more traditional SaaS-based businesses using other no-code platforms that have had wild exits. Are these GoHighLevel businesses actually sellable? Because if you're not thinking about selling your business, you're missing out on one of the great payoff routes for entrepreneurship. Most entrepreneurs don't make their wealth from the wages that they pay themselves as a director of that business, as a founder of that business. They make their wealth when they finally exit that business and someone pays them a multiple of the earnings that they had within that business, okay? And this is the problem. The reason you don't see these stories of these giant exits within the world of GoHighLevel is because it's a service business. You sell a service which is creating automations using the GoHighLevel platform for these local businesses. And therefore you get service multiples. You might sell that at 2 or 3 times earnings, but no one's going to really trip over themselves to buy a GoHighLevel business. You're not going to get 2 investors in a bidding war to buy your GoHighLevel agency off of you. And that's what you're creating. You are creating an agency model that puts GoHighLevel into businesses. But SaaS multiples are crazy, right? We can find any number of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stories of people who have founders who have created a proper SaaS company, a proper startup, and has exited for 100 million, 450 million, 60 million, 30 million, 5 million, 10 million. I'm really lucky in my network that I've got to hang out with some people who have had exits in the 20 million range, and they talk to me about this process of building something of value, getting an offer for it at that level, knowing that they still want to be an entrepreneur and still have bigger ideas, but then kind of saving their progress on the ladder where they're climbing up to at this point in time by cashing out of that business, selling their shares, getting the exit, and now they have insane wealth to take part in the huge amounts of opportunity that flow to founders who have already exited, okay? The only SaaS that's actually being built in this world of GoHighLevel gurus and affiliates and YouTube influencers and all of this stuff, the only SaaS that's actually being built is GoHighLevels themselves. It is an insanely clever marketing play by GoHighLevel, which is an affiliate-based play to get all of these agencies on board, convince them that they are building their own SaaS business, but what they're actually doing is building GoHighLevels, because every time you sell a customer into the world of GoHighLevel, there is a moment when that customer realizes you are a middleman. You are a layer of complexity that they don't need. And now that you've built all the automations for them, they could just learn themselves or have a freelancer do it to look at everything you've built, go around you, go direct to GoHighLevel, buy the software from them, save a ton of money on your fees, and build the exact same thing that you built them in GoHighLevel, because that is possible. And GoHighLevel knows that this happens, and every time you sell an affiliate deal for them, or you sell a customer through your agency, they know it's only a matter of time. If they like the results that GoHighLevel gets them, they just go direct to source. Okay? Hugely risky. GoHighLevel just turns you into an affiliate for their product. You are an affiliate salesperson for their product. And that is fine if you understand that. If you understand the game that you're playing and that's what you want to do, that's absolutely fine. But it drives me nuts when I hear people say, hey, I'm building a SaaS business, and I ask them what it does, and they then mention that everything is then built on GoHighLevel, because you have no enterprise value. You have no development team. You have no innovation within the business itself, really. You're just reconfiguring the components that GoHighLevel give you access to, which anyone else can do. Okay? You customize the SaaS platform for GoHighLevel so that they don't have to, because they know that that customer will come to them. Okay, so what is the risks and limitations of GoHighLevel, right? You are not the captain of your own ship when you're playing the GoHighLevel SaaS game. You have no control over the development direction of the platform. You have no control over what features and functionality is a priority, what stays or what goes. You have no control or ability to solve the problems that your customers bring up to you, where they want something slightly differently than GoHighLevel supports. You cannot change any of that. You aren't the captain of your own ship. And I think for most of you, if you're being honest, the reason you're interested in entrepreneurship and being a founder is one of the alluring things is that you are the master of your own destiny. You are the person in charge of your business and your results. So why are you outsourcing so much of that responsibility to GoHighLevel? Why are you outsourcing the valuable decision making to GoHighLevel? Okay, let's just hypothetically say what happens in a few years, because if I was GoHighLevel, and maybe I'm a little bit cynical because I've worked in some of these giant SaaS businesses that grow through mergers and acquisitions and have to keep private equity and shareholders happy. So I know the conversations that go on at a board level, right? If I was at the board of GoHighLevel, I'd have you all building our marketing base out, building our brand, getting us in as many businesses as possible for those affiliate fees. And then the founders at some point are going to exit that business because the reward is going to become far too much. And the first question that the investor who buys GoHighLevel is going to ask is, how do we make a bigger return on our investment? How do we up these profit numbers, right? And you're going to look at those affiliate fees that you're paying to all of the agencies that have built on your platform. And you're going to say, we could probably get rid of those. And what if there was an AI agent that GoHighLevel uses, looks at all of the automations you've built customers and say, hey, we can just use this as training data for our AI. What if we let these local businesses come straight to us, use a chat interface to describe what automation they want, and have that just spit a perfectly working automation out? Now, you might be sat there disagreeing with me right now, saying that's not possible. Just remember, this is the worst, in 2024, this is the worst AI is ever going to be. It only gets better from here. This is incredibly achievable with the training data that GoHighLevel would have access to, with all of the automations that you've put in place with their consistent little components. If they release that AI, if they were so inclined to release that AI and destroy the affiliate marketing model because they feel like they've grown and saturated and now they want to ride that cash cow that they've created, they would wipe your business out instantly. It's the same thing that OpenAI does, where it says, hey, come and build a business on top of the OpenAI stack, right? And you become a GPT wrapper. And then they release a feature where it's like, oh yeah, all of those people doing language training on ChatGPT, well, we're just going to release a proprietary model that helps people learn languages. Sorry guys, thanks for helping us train our models. They don't care, okay? So and you can push back on this all you like, but the Unity pricing disaster should be a lesson that you learn from and look at and realize why outsourcing all of your control to a large company who has a fiduciary duty to get the best return that they possibly can for their shareholders. They are legally bound to have these conversations internally. And if you look at Unity decided retroactively on a whim to change its entire pricing model for the game developers that was using this platform to build all of their IP on, where they said, oh, by the way, you're going to owe us money for everyone who installs your game, and it also counts for games previously released on the platform. It wasn't, hey, it's just for new stuff going forward. It's like everything that uses our platform is now subject to these pricing rules. And it would have wiped out a ton of those businesses, those gaming studios. It would have made them go bankrupt, have to take their software down from various gaming platforms. And it was a disaster. Now, yes, the objection to this point is, Lee, I know what you're saying. Lee, there was so much uproar from the community, they eventually didn't do it, okay? And they rolled back those changes. But it's a huge risk that you need to consider, because if they did go for it because Unity came up with a gaming AI that could just, let's say, create as many games as possible and you don't need the development houses anymore, they would have gone through with the pricing changes. It's only because they still needed that developer ecosystem, and as soon as GoHighLevel doesn't need the affiliate ecosystem that is built, it will kill it. So I want you to at least consider this. So look, if you agree with me, you have understood that actually using GoHighLevel is not the way you build a SaaS at all. You're not building a SaaS, you're building an automation service essentially. And you say, do you know what? I want to go on this journey. I want to build a software as a service startup. I see those big multiples, those big exits that people are getting. I want to have a swing at the bat and see if I can do that. How do we get you towards the path of ownership? Okay. Well, to build a successful GoHighLevel SaaS business, you're going to need a couple of things to be put in place, which I think are also going to help you to just build your own thing as well, right? This is the ideal customer profile model that we talk about on this channel all the time. You need these 4 ingredients. You need to find a burning hair problem, which we'll get into on the next slide, what that is. It's one of the most important pieces to put in place. But you need to have a customer in mind who has the ability to pay you, the willingness to pay you, and you need to be able to find them time and time again. If you can get those 3 elements, and then you can also find a burning hair problem, right? And this is the story we tell time and time again. This is the most painful problem in your customer's life, the pressing and urgent problem that they need to solve right now. They need to find a bucket of water to put that burning hair out, right? If you have all of those things, if you've been on that journey and done the hard work to find that out for these customers anyway, you have the 4 elements already in place that create incredible innovation, okay? Innovation is just the process of understanding someone's deepest problems very, very well, having a very specific person in mind who encounters those problems time and time again, that you can find, that would pay you to solve them, and that has the ability to pay you to solve them. And then if you have all of this, you have every ingredient that we talk about in the Minimal Viable Launch book and what we do with founders here to help them launch their SaaS products. You have everything you need to create your own product from scratch that you own fully, that builds your own IP, that builds enterprise value for you, that maybe, just maybe, if you try hard enough and you have a big enough problem, you might get one of those launches, one of those exits. That if you try hard enough, maybe, just maybe, you will be a founder who gets to experience one of those 8-figure exits that we have just talked about and become independently wealthy and protect your legacy and your family forever. You know, it's a really exciting ride. I'm not saying it's not fraught with danger. It absolutely is. But if you're going to be successful at GoHighLevel and selling that, you build all of the necessary elements to just be successful with building your own thing. So why are you building someone else's riches? I want you to dare to dream a little bit bigger. Build something that could produce remarkable value for those customers in solving those problems. If you can dream it, you can build it. The playbook, the real playbook for a successful SaaS company is very, very simple. You need to have a specific ideal customer in place and in mind that has the willingness, the ability to pay, and is findable by you time and time again. That ideal customer also then needs to have a burning hair problem, something that is very, very serious. It's not an option. It has to be solved. And then you can add this in with no-code development to launch a proof of concept, an MVP, rapidly, without breaking the bank. If you do all of that, you can own your own successful SaaS business, an actual SaaS business where you are in control of the development decisions. You are in control of the roadmap and what you focus on. You are in control of every tiny little detail. So it means you can create the perfect solution for your ideal customer profile instead of just something that's okay. You can create something that has remarkable value for people, okay? So look, the no-code revolution is something that has advanced so much in the last 3 years alone. It's really blowing my mind. And I think it presents you with a perfect way to get started, right? So launching a custom software as a service business used to cost 6 figures, take you over 12 months to build the MVP or get that like ready to onboard customers. And it used to be that if you were not technical, there was no point of you going on this journey, because if you can't code, you were going to have to spend a couple of years learning how to do this stuff anyway, and actually super hard world to break into, right? But low and no-code platforms have changed the game. I am seeing people build things that are wildly valuable to the customers that they solve problems for, and they are doing it in a matter of 2 or 3 weeks. And especially, the people we work with here in Minimal Viable Launch, we actually launch a proof of concept using low-code platforms in 2 weeks. and get them their first customers. So it's not, you can't have the excuse of, I don't want to build my own SaaS. I'm going to use GoHighLevel because it's going to take me too long and cost me too much money. You can launch incredibly complicated things that do amazing things for the clients using low and no code. It's not like it was 5 years ago where it was, if it's a basic app, you can do it with no code. If it's something slightly more advanced, you need it coded now. The possibilities are really, really opening up. And I'm seeing like a new wave of this coming through right now. And I'm experimenting it with it a little bit here at the Minimal Viable launch, which is, if you have ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, whatever your favorite AI model is, and you have a tiny bit of knowledge about code, if you have some basic language and some concepts in your head about how products are actually coded, how SaaS products are actually coded, you can work with a large language model, with an AI, to create real code in real time to create working products. I did this at the weekend. I created a working front-end product for a no-code builder for a new idea we have in my startup, Utropolis. And it blew my mind because I have a tiny bit of knowledge about how code is actually written at a deeply technical level. And I was using, if you want to learn how to code, there's something called the Odin project, which is really good, open source, free, full stack dev engineering course, right? I use some of the knowledge and lessons from the early concepts in those lessons to refill my brain with how things are made and work with ChatGPT to build a working product in literally a weekend, okay? That's the opportunity that you have. So you don't say to me, I can't build my own SaaS because I don't know how to code, because you don't need to anymore, because you can now build whatever you dream up at the speed of which you think it. You can innovate at the speed of thought. This is an incredible opportunity. You cannot do that in GoHighLevel because you don't own the code. You don't own the IP. So if you wanted to majorly change something, if you wanted to create a major revolution in how that product works, you couldn't do it. Maybe you could submit an idea to the development team at GoHighLevel and they might happily take you up on it. But they're building the value. They're building the enterprise value, not you. And I don't understand why you would go down this path in 2024 when you have such democratized access to building your own products with low and no code tools like Bubble, like the WWX stack, which we're going to get into in a second. Or you can just go straight into code and build with ChatGPT. And it is possible. There's an entire Reddit subreddit called Coding with GPT, which you should check out. There's people on there currently all day long building with ChatGPT production-ready products. It's mind-blowing. So I said we was going to get into the WWX stack. What does that stand for? So this is just the low-code framework that we use here at Minimal Viable Launch. I absolutely love because it enables us to design something in Figma very, very quickly, and then we get to create a front end using Webflow. We literally copy and paste it out of Figma into Webflow. Bang, we have a front end that is usable by the user. We use something called Wised as the logic layer. It does all of the calculations and code in the middle. And again, we're writing that code with ChatGPT to get that done. And then we have a back end, which is a no-code back end called Xano, which stores the data, updates the variables as we do work on them, and voila, you have the ability with the WWX stack to create your own full custom SaaS solution in weeks, not months, and for under $10,000 easily if you're working with someone like us, and if you're willing to learn it yourself and go on that bit of a learning curve for free. Why would you be wasting the same amount of time learning GoHighLevel and trying to get clients for that when you could just dream up an incredible SaaS product to do remarkable things for people and earn a lot more money if you exit it, okay? I want you to have your 8-figure exit. What would you do with $10 million? What would you do with 20, 30, 40 million dollars? That seems like a game worth playing, okay? Because entrepreneurship and being a founder is really, really hard at times. It is very, very hard. The failure rate is high. The burnout rate is high. You have to be playing for a big reward. Otherwise, it's not worth it because you'll probably just earn more money having a job or being a contractor. So unless you're going for the big reward, what is the point of going on this very, very hard journey? Okay, so if you are going to go on this journey, I have one last parting thought for you, okay? A bit of wisdom from me to you, which is if you're building your own software as a service and you're actually building, something that you are going to own and the enterprise value is going to be yours, it's not about what product you want to make. You don't just dive straight in and start building something and hope you can find customers for it later. That is rife for failure. And if you want to learn more about this, we have so many videos on this channel about how you actually build an MVP or how you actually create innovation within your product, right? Your product is about one thing and one thing only. It's about getting someone an outcome, helping them make progress towards an outcome, right? And so this is a chart from something called Jobs Theory. Your customers exist in the current state. They have a desired outcome that they want to achieve. They try to move towards that desired outcomes. They meet obstacles that get in their way, which stop them getting the desired outcome. If you are going to build a SaaS product and it's going to be successful, your job and your only job is to help build a product that circumvents the obstacle and lets them achieve the desired outcome as quickly as possible and as effortlessly as possible, okay? Which is the exact same job you've got to do with your GoHighLevel automation agency. So why not just build the SaaS and have a bigger game? So if you understand the outcome that your customers actually want, if you understand the burning hair problem, which is basically the current state that they exist in that they want to move away from in this desired outcome, and you understand what obstacles they're going to meet along the way, you can think up a SaaS product that would deliver remarkable value for someone who would put their credit card information in on your website. They would start getting value from your product and money would start to flow to you. You wouldn't have to have consistent customization work going on because you've actually created an automation agency. You have one product that they pay for and it gets delivered to them and you earn money even whilst you sleep. You build incredible enterprise value, which will allow you to sell that business not for 2 or 3x, but for 10, 20, 30x revenue, allowing you to exit for some truly wild and mind-boggling numbers, okay? So I hope you all agree with me today that I've taken you through and hopefully delivered on the promise of do not build your SaaS with GoHighLevel. Instead, take all of that time and effort you're going to take to learn GoHighLevel, market it, learn how to sell it, install it, maintain it, and hopefully keep your customers happy enough that they don't realize they can just get this entire thing from GoHighLevel directly for cheaper. And instead, you're going to look at the no-code revolution and say, do you know what? I'm going to find a burning hair problem for an ideal customer that I have in mind, and I'm going to dream up an incredible product that delivers remarkable value for people. And I'm going to build that instead because I want to build enterprise value for me, and I want that 8-figure exit. And if you want to know more how to do that, explore this channel, give us a like and subscribe. We talk about how you go on this journey all the time, but please don't kid yourself into thinking that you are building a SaaS product by using Go.